become a marketing director is because of the living benefits. And so when I sat down, I looked at everything. I said, "This is exactly what our community needs, what my family needs, and I want to know how to incorporate this with my tax business." And so, we got in the business, started working it, and there was some kind of explosion that happened in our first 6 days, Pastor Bay. We brought in 10 agents in the first 6 days, guys, promoted to FA the long way. Then in the first 30 days, we got to, with Pastor Bay's help, got to director. We brought in 25 recruits, 25 apps, 25,000 points. Now, before I came in, Pastor Bay was talking about, writing 55,000 in points. I thought it was just, I didn't understand all of it. So when we first came in, we just started going. He said, "Victoria, this is it. You can do this. This is how we're going to do it." Just showed us the way. And it was absolutely amazing. So if you're brand new and you're just coming in the business and you're like, "I don't understand this, I don't understand that," just listen to him. Listen to him and let him guide you, because I promise you, in the next, 3 to 6 months, you could be a marketing director. He's done it over and over and over again. And that's basically how we got to be marketing directors in less than 6 months. And I was talking to Makisha today, Pastor Bay, and I was like, we really set the standards in MSM, with how fast we did everything, with how, just raising the bar. And so you all are doing an amazing job, and I appreciate everything that you have done for me and our team, LWA. That's why we're here. We do recognize your leadership and how amazing it's been. And just whenever you look back and look over all the things that have been accomplished and done, it is amazing. And now we have a system in place, guys. There's a system in place that you can do it even faster. And Pastor Bay has proven that with the multitude of marketing directors that he's popped out. And so I'm just so proud of this organization, proud to be a part of YFC, and just can't wait to see where we're all going to be in the next 6 months. I know that this momentum going into 2022 is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm just ready to, get together and we all just, raise the bar even more in MSM. I see the change coming. I see us going to a whole nother level, and I'm just excited to be here with each and every one of you. So, thank you, Pastor Bay.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oops, sorry about that. Awesome. And man, like I said, they all started just like you all. They all started like you. Matter of fact, when I recruited Victoria, I was so broke. It wasn't even funny. But when you got a vision, and you're not afraid to cast it, regardless of your current circumstances, you can overcome anything and lead anybody. A leader has nothing to do with your circumstance or your current, bank account or income level. It's all about what's inside your heart and in your mind. And when you believe it, you can faith your way out of things. They say fake it until you make it. You faith it until you make it. And that's the way you have to do it, y'all. That's where you have to do it. Give it up to, matter of fact, why don't y'all give it up for Kyle Grady? Man, he submitted 8,400 points last week, within the last 2 weeks, his first week writing business. That's going to pay him about $4,300 his first month. Y'all to give it up for Kyle.
Congratulations.
For what he's doing.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Amazing.
I didn't even do that when I first came into business. I didn't even do that, but that's how it's supposed to be. As a leader, you're supposed to take people and get them faster than you did it. Leadership. I've seen Kyle one time in my life. We met at the restaurant and that was it. Leadership, this Zoom world, this virtual world, I'm telling you, it works. And the way we're doing things, the way we're transforming people's lives, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing if you follow it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go into my slides here. Boom, Bam. And let's get this thing kicked off. I got a powerful message for everybody. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Our YFC Hierarchy. These are our offices. Remember, I started in 2019, at the end of 2019, without even gas money. And now look, we have offices everywhere. We got Victoria and Anton Rayburn, senior marketing directors. What does that mean? Senior marketing director means when you promote a marketing director that promotes two marketing directors under them. So she was able to duplicate. She was one of the greatest examples that we showed that MSM, a rookie marketing director, can go to a senior marketing director and pop out another senior marketing director. Never been done before and probably in the company in that short period of time. We have her out of Snellville, Georgia. We got Tabitha Hayden, who's out of Slidell, Louisiana, a mom in a wheelchair with 8 children. Talk about no excuses. That's why her team is called Team No Excuses. We got Makisha Shaw out of Dallas, Texas now. She upgraded from Longview, Texas, and now she's in the wonderful city of Dallas, Texas. Then we have Lasagna and Chuck Planer out here in Gulfport, Mississippi. Great people. Don't come from this industry. She works for the city and the state of Mississippi. And then he works for the shipyard, and they promoted market director. One of the fastest to promote organically from 3 months starting in the business to marketing director officially. One of the fastest in the company. We got Bishop Melvin Moncrief and Diana Moncrief out of Enterprise, Mississippi, holding it down out that way. They got a personal care home that they operate full time, and they do this kind of on a part-time basis, and they promote to market director. We got Dita Monique out of Rochester, New York, also in Nutley, New Jersey, representing the East Coast. We have Veronica Harmon representing Memphis, Tennessee. We got Kalita Campbell and her husband, Coach Campbell, out of Jackson, Mississippi. And then we got Torrance Mickens, you heard from him, out of Monroe, Louisiana. And here's our support staff. Our new support staff, you know, it's a blessing to not only come up, but be able to help provide jobs. So we got wonderful Joyce Davis that sends you all those wonderful reminders and text messages, and she tracks our data every day to make sure that our staff, other staff, has everything they need to be current. Then we got Miss Wonderful Alice Lockhart, our new placement coordinator. Oh my gosh, she's finding all the leaks. She's handling all your customers. She's making sure that they make their payments on time. She's making sure that underwriting requirements are done. She's making sure she called them and get on those carriers' nerves until the insurance companies do what she needs them to do so we can go ahead and get your customer taken care of, and we can make sure you get paid on time. Then we also have the wonderful Sherry Bennett, who's our license coordinator. She's responsible for booking your exams, getting your tests done, making sure your fingerprints are done, making sure everything is fast, make sure your AML is done, make sure your annuity is done, making sure you get appointed through the carriers so you can go ahead and get paid as fast as possible. We love the staff, and we're constantly upgrading every day. And then what does YFC Hierarchy believes? We believe in faith the size of a mustard seed. Everything is about believing in the impossible. Family is very important to us. Spending time with family, being able to have that quality time that most jobs don't give you. So we're trying to create a new freedom in your life. Speaking of freedom, freedom is what we want. We want you to be able to make your own decisions. If you don't want to go to work tomorrow, you don't have to. If you don't want to do nothing next week, you don't have to. But right now, looking at our job current situation, we don't have that decision because there's consequences. But our company gives that freedom. And in finances, we want you to be able to change your savings account, change the way you look at your retirement, change the way you look at lifetime income, change the way you look at emergency funds. All that is how we look at the 4 F's in our hierarchy that we believe in. And when you look at our next event is called PHP to the Moon. It's going to be in Daytona Beach, Florida, where we will be out there and we'll be renting out this facility called the Ocean Center, where we're going to be packing out. It's going to be February the 7th through the 10th, 2022, where they're going to be celebrity guests. It's get a chance to us to get together and mingle and do all kinds of things. Tickets are $199. The value that you're going to get at the event is going to be incredible. So I want to show you guys a clip of this year's event we just came from, so you can see what is my $199 paying for? What am I doing? What kind of event is it going to be? Let me show you.
one, the only Mike Tyson.
Well, I didn't expect to see you either. Adversity make the strong stronger or the weak weaker.
But you'd fight Tyson Fury.
Wait, the line is the price is right.
It's the PHP Spectacular, baby. Thousands of people are here. We're so excited to be here.
So many people live their entire lives and wonder if they made a difference in the world. The Marines don't have that problem.
We are awarding this incredible family a mortgage-free home in Collinswood, New Jersey.
So what do you want to do when you grow up?
Well, I want to help people.
You want to help people?
I want to write a book. I'm going to help a lot of people around the world so that they don't have to live a bad life.
I'm evolving because I'm taking in more.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
A lawyer evolving to a president.
A lawyer to president. Give it up. Mario Lopez.
Who's ready to have a good time tonight? Frederic de Silva.
Go into your pocket, take the 3 of diamonds and show to everyone. Yes or no? Is that the 3 of diamonds? Yeah.
Wow.
Mountainside.
Mountainside. Does it make sense? Yes, yes. When I perform here, I feel that the audience who participate are more famous than I am. I love to come here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Sebastian Maniscalco.
This front row looks important, like guy at the end with the tux, the green tux. Huh? Oh. This is unbelievable. Nobody told me there was a song I had to learn. What is happening? We have a bullhorn section. I don't know what you guys are on. I need some of it. All right?
This is incredible. I'm just lost for words right now. So excited just to see so many happy faces out this evening. We're gonna have a blast tonight, man.
What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that type of event? Is that something worth going to? That was 3 days of that. 3 long days of fun. What do y'all think about that? What y'all think about that?
That was excellent, exciting, exhilarating.
It was amazing. I had a wonderful time.
You'll never see that at the insurance industry anywhere else. The people say, what makes y'all different? That right there. So it's not just writing policies. It's not just recruiting. It's not just these Zoom calls. When we get together, we have it. And you see that production? That production is professional. That's not no cheap production. That event was $2.5 million. Nicky Jam was $100,000 by himself. Those cameras were 30 grand a piece. It was just, our company goes above and beyond to stretch your vision. A job would never do that. Your regular circle, probably not. So you don't have to be rich to be able to have fun like the wealthy people. And I'm excited because you guys just don't really know where you guys are getting ready to go. Your future is so bright. Your future is so bright. And I'm telling you, if you guys just hang in here, learn the system, get licensed, learn how to build a business. By February, a lot of you guys are going to be speaking on stage. A lot of you guys are going to be getting awards. You guys want to go to that event. So you guys get back with your marketing director, get back with me and say, let me get my ticket, because that's something that you can't duplicate those memories and experiences. And that's what our business is about. We have 2 of those events a year, mid-year event, and we got in the summertime as well. So we always have things that stretch your vision. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into my message for today. And I want you guys to take notes, because this is a very powerful topic that I feel that's going to really resonate and help a lot of you in all aspects of your life, not just in business, but family itself. 10 reasons fear hinders your success. There's 10 reasons fear hinders your success. So let's talk about it. People fear, number one, of not being skilled enough. not being good enough. You have to understand is it's on its way. It doesn't come overnight. Time will gain experience, which turns into wisdom that allows you to apply your knowledge right. Wisdom allows you to have the ability to take the knowledge that you have and now applying it right. That's your skill set. So what does that mean? In time, if you just wait it out and gain the experience and gain the knowledge, your skill set will develop and you will be able to be a skillful person, and not just skilled in business, but skillful in relationships, skillful in being able to handle people and handle money in your finances. In time, some things have to be built in time. Number two, fear is being afraid of the unknown. Some people are afraid of the unknown, but watch this. Vision is what will keep you moving forward, regardless of your fears. In whatever you do, anticipation and vision are both necessary ingredients to fight the fear of uncertainty. The reason why we have fear is sometimes we're afraid of what's the what if. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what it may behold. So I depend on the struggle because the struggle has been consistent. The struggle has been here. The struggle has existed in my life. I know what that feels like. I don't know what success feels like. Well, don't worry about your uncertainty. Just have a vision. Have a vision of where you want yourself to be. Have a vision on where you need to be. Have a vision on where you should be. And I'm telling you, the anticipation of the vision, you can't sleep at night. You wake up early in the morning because you vision where you should be, that you're not worried about the unknown because you know eventually I'll be able to see my way through. And then the fear of failure. A lot of people are afraid of failing. Even if you already built a plan for your life and you can't see the future, you can try to predict it all you want, but there are just some things that are outside of our control. But the key is to identify the things that you can control in your bravery journey and focus on them. This will allow you to stop focusing and focus on the life happening things and stop focusing on the things that you have no control over. Remember, identify the things that you can control and stop focusing on the things that you cannot. A lot of times we're so busy on being afraid of things that may fall apart, that may not work out like we want it to be. People quit, people leave, people say no, people don't believe in you, people don't join you, people don't see your vision. That's not in our control. But what is in your control is you focus on your path and you just keep applying what you know how to do and work on what you know how to do and improve on what you know how to do. Eventually, life will start being controlled. Eventually, everything that you want will start coming to place because the person that can outlast, the person that can out-strategize, the person that can outperform and out-improve is the one that will eventually make it at the end. The fear of rejection. People are afraid of people not approving you or people turning you down and turning you away. But guess what? They can't turn away. They cannot control. They cannot reject the inner passion that you have for yourself. Find passion within yourself. Then you will live life like you intended to live. Rejection happens to us all, but with your passion and joy within yourself, you will find satisfaction with giving life your all. That's what you need to be passionate about. You need to find that inner being of confidence that you know what makes you unique to find life worth living for, to give it your all every moment, every day, a fresh breath of air, every day, a form of grace and gratitude and having gratefulness, a form of understanding that, hey, I don't deserve to be in the space that I'm in. Because when I think I'm at my lowest point, somebody underneath me is looking up to my downfall because they wish they could be just like you. You have to say to yourself, it doesn't matter who walks with you, who believes in you, who says yes, who's on board, as long as you're on board, as long as you believe, as long as you have the joy, the passion that can't be stolen, then it doesn't matter. Rejection doesn't exist. Number 5, fear of missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out. That's where you're constantly wishing that you are somewhere. You wish you were somewhere other than where you are right now. You wish you were somebody other than who you are right now. You think the grass is greener on the other side. I was taught a long time ago, when you see the grass greener on the other side, understand that they also have a high water bill of keeping that grass green. Instead of letting your fear of missing out put you out of focus on every place in the world besides where you are right now, start putting your focus on being grateful for just the situation you're in. Understand that as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, eventually you'll learn to appreciate the space that you're in, that you know that everything that I have right now eventually will be something I can cherish and something that I can hold on to. Number 6, fear of change. A lot of people are afraid of changing. They're afraid of something different. They want the same. But here, be content with life shifts. Don't be content with who you are every day. Don't be content with the same old, but be content with life shifts by finding an inner peace and passion, even when you face the uncontrolled or unexpected. You have to learn how to have joy and happiness, even when life falls apart, when life turns a change, when you have to take a different position, when you have to be forced to move, when you have to do something opposite of what you wanted to do. Worrying about change does nothing but rob us of our present joy that you could be experiencing. Ooh, that's deep. Worrying about the change, worrying about, man, this is what I expected. This is not man, I'm forced to have to do this. Instead of worrying about that, find the joy that can't be robbed, because that's what you need to be experiencing. You can prepare all you want to in life, but you got to be willing to take life as it comes, which is one day at a time. When you set your expectations to take one day at a time as it comes, whatever happens our way, that's when you can be better prepared. But trying to prepare for something that's guaranteed to be exactly like you envisioned it, you're setting yourself up for failure. Fear of losing control. There are key areas of life that we can and should control, like our schedule, our self-perception, and words we speak. But on the other hand, there are things that we just cannot control. The losses, the setbacks, other people, other mindsets. You can't control behavior, but you can control what you can do. So that's why you have to do, like what I said in the saying, work like it's up to you and have faith like it's up to God. Work like it's up to you, but pray, have faith like it's up to him. Everything that's out of your control, give it to him, but everything that you can control, everything that is about your decision, everything that's about your next move, master that, be in control of that, and everything else, let him take care of everything. Number 8, fear of being judged. It's common to grow weary of the feelings of judgment from peers, audiences, family, people you look up to. But instead of being afraid about what others think about you, embrace your own personal story that can be shared to inspire and help change people around you, because that is what makes you unique and stand out from everybody else. Learn to embrace your beginning, your small beginning, where you come from, how hard it was to get where you are right now, the things that you endured, all the pain and suffering that you went through. That's what makes you different, because you could only fit in that size of the piece of the puzzle. You are the only person that could have went through what you went through. You're the person that could have walked in your shoes. So don't worry about the judgment. Don't worry about how not good enough you are, how not smart enough you are, whatever your size is, whatever your skin color is, regardless of whatever your character is. Don't be ashamed of who you are, but embrace your story. Embrace that you're the person that God made. And one thing about the Lord, whoever he created you not to break. He created you not to fail. You're a perfect project that he created, and he created you in that form of an image that you are today. Fear of something bad happening. A lot of people have a fear of something bad happening all the time. Yes, tragedy comes, sadness comes, losses come, setbacks come, death comes. But what's more powerful is the experience of restoration, the mountaintop after every experience of tragedy. The anxiety that comes from worrying doesn't bring success into your life any faster. What does life look like? What does life look like without change? That's what you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself, what does life look like without change?
No, this ain't good, but I gotta.
Hold on, I got unmute. What does life look like without change? And does my current situation look like in the next 30 years? You have to say to yourself, what else do I have to lose? What else do I have to lose? Because if I'm not happy with who I am today or where I am today, if I do nothing because I'm afraid of something bad happening, am I okay with where I am for the next 30 years? You have to say to yourself. And if bad does happen, how long does bad last? How long does a storm last? How long does an earthquake last? How long does a thunderstorm last? How long does a volcano last? Nothing bad happens and lasts. But joy, happiness, overcoming victories last a long time. The experience of restoration, the mountaintop after the experience of tragedy. And then my last point, fear of getting hurt. Some believe building close relationships with others can only leave hurt at the end. But living life without relationships are much more hurtful than never experiencing the beauty found in relationships. Success, remember, is birthed from the books that you read and the people that you know. Without relationships, without interactions, without the bonds and the laughter and the shared experiences and the moments that are created, you'll never experience the real beauty that are found. But you'll find yourself running away from being hurt, when really at the end of the day, hurt is a controlled emotion that you have the ability to control. You have the ability that when someone tries to do you wrong, that you understand that mentally, I'm not hurt. Mentally, I'm not shaken. Mentally, I am not moved, because I understand that I can't give that much power and authority to someone else or to something else. I have the true power. I have the victory. I have the say so. I am victorious. For the Bible says that if he be for you, then who can be against you? No weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. And that's my message for today. That the fear of the unknown, the fear of the control, the fear is just an imaginary emotion. Right now is your time. Right now, it is your season. Right now your expectation has to be set on betting on me, betting on yourself, betting on your next 5 moves, betting on your vision. I believe in the word, it also said, without vision, people perish. You have to say to yourself, what do I envision? Not what is my reality right now. My right now is only going to last 24 hours because tomorrow is going to be a new day. Next week is going to be a whole nother week. Next month is going to be a whole nother month. Next year is going to be a whole nother year. I can no longer be stuck in my past. I can no longer be stuck in the imagination of my fear because I control what I can control. And what's out of my control, I just give it to him. That's all you have to do. Regardless of how many times you set back, you fail. Failing is one of the greatest success scars that you can ever have in your life. Because failing just lets you know what you have to improve in. Failing only lets you know what you need to work on. It's a cheat code. It's a secret. It's a revealing of something that you can easily spot to know what I need to work on. Because if I start focusing on what I'm not doing right and improving that, next time I'm going to surpass and I'm going to overcome the next level I was trying to get to. You'll find yourself skipping levels in life because you're built to be an overcomer. You're built to know that I'm built to last. You're designed to know that I can no longer stay in here. One thing about Joseph, when his family turned his back on him, when his brothers and sisters put him in the pit was temporary. The pit was temporary. One thing about what I like about how life works out, sometimes the person that was coming in to destroy you ends up helping you get to the next level. Here, the slave owner was coming to take him into slavery, and all that was doing was setting him up for his next move, for him to have a vision and get into the palace. Some of you guys are in pits right now. Some of you all are in dark places right now. But guess what? Sometimes that was the help you needed to push you on to the other side. If you look at some of the greatest hurt that you ever had, you'll realize that from that hurt, you bounced back harder than you ever did before. From some of the letdowns and setbacks and stabbing in the backs, that's the part where you finally grew up. That was the time when you finally made a decision. Because if you hadn't been hurt so bad in your life, you would have never made that move. If you would have never been betrayed, you would have never went to that next step. If you would have never, ever been in a position where you would have been messed up like you've been messed up, you would have never been as serious as you are right now. You would have never said, you know what? This is the last time I'm ever going through something like this. If you would have never been pushed to your limit, you would have stayed in your comfort zone and you'd have been the same person you used to be. You would have been the same person you used to be. You'd have been in the same situation we're in 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Your New Year's resolution would have been a rerun. They would have thought it was still 1999 because every time you said something every year was the same thing. Every time it was the same thing. Everything. Just like Prince. Prince came out the song, it's partying like it's 1999. You'd have been saying the same thing over and over again. But thank God for the things that did not work out. Thank God for the scars and battles and wounds and setbacks, heartaches, the pain, the laughter, the people that laughed at you, the people that made fun of your vision, the people that said this was you still doing that little business you doing. Thank God for people stabbing me in the back, because at that point, I would have never had enough guts to walk away, to break away, to move forward. I would have still stayed under their shadow. I would have still stayed at the person that would look in the mirror, but would look at the person in the mirror. That's deep. That's deep. There's somebody today that looks at the mirror, but are afraid to look at the person that's inside the mirror. But now you didn't move forward. Now you said, I'm no longer ashamed of the person that I am, the size that I am, the shade that I am, the person that had made mistakes, the regret that I am. I'm looking at the person in the mirror. I'm staring in between the eyes because I'm no longer worried about where we are today, kids. I'm no longer worried about where our next meal is going to come from. I'm no longer worried about the struggle anymore because I'm no longer going to stay right here. I thank God I got pushed because it pushed me over close to the edge, because now I got the courage to go for victory. Now you shouldn't have never put me in this type of pain. You should have just stopped while you was ahead. But now you done brought out another person inside of me that now I'm going to start thinking for myself. Now I'm going to start having more confidence. Now I'm going to start doing something different because I'm stopped working on the things that I could do. I'm going to start working on things that I could not do. And that's the type of power that everybody has to turn the impossibilities into possibilities, because you have come too far to turn around now. And now we're taking all the mirrors out of the vehicle because we don't want to look back no more. We don't want to look back no more. We want to keep moving forward because the battle is not mine anyway. The battle is the Lord's. And I know as long as I'm in the fight, I can win because I'm not afraid to do something different. I'm not afraid to be able to say, you know what? If I got to go, I'll go all by myself. Hello, somebody, because I realized that sometimes I had to get by myself to realize I wasn't alone. Because when he talks with me and when he walks with me, I realized that there was nobody else, nobody greater than you. I remember a songwriter also said that you saw the best in me when nobody else around can see nothing but the worst in me. Man, I know that's somebody's testimony today. Somebody can only see the worst in you. But it don't matter what anybody else sees. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. It's all about what you see. It's all about what you do. The breakthrough is coming, but remember, it's got to be a breaking, but there's also through. Breaking through. Don't be afraid to break. Understand, as long as I keep going through, that I'll overcome everything. I'll overcome all things. It doesn't matter how many times I get knocked down. It's the fact that somebody's got the guts to get back up again. It's the fact that you've got the ability to say, I'm going to stand for something. I'm no longer falling for anything. You can't tell me what you used to tell me and make me believe it no more. I got my own opinion for the first time. Somebody's revived tonight by a renewing of, I'm making my own decision. I'm making my own statement. I'm coming up with my own conclusion for a change. Stop telling me that what I'm a part of is a scam. Stop telling me what I am. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop taking advice from people that aren't even where I'm trying to go. Matter of fact, can we make a decision on that today? Can we make a decision that we're going to stop listening to people that don't even have half of what you got? Because I notice a lot of times we listen to people because that's our uncle, that's our dad, they've been doing this, but they're not even where you're trying to go. How can they possibly have the vision to tell you where you need to go when they're not even halfway the journey of where you're trying to get to? We got to start looking further and finding mentors, finding new circles, finding new passions, finding new dreams, ambitions, and watch. You'll see the clouds will soonly go away. The clouds will clear. I can see things clearly now that the rain is gone. Y'all remember that song? My grandma listened to that song every day. With the obstacles pulling in my way, I'm telling you all, from Spirit to Valerie to Kimberly Toomer to Maisha to LaKendra to Daniel, everybody goes through a struggle. Everybody goes through a tough time. But only control what you can control. And what's out of your control. If it's not happening and you're doing everything that you can do, you know without a shadow of a doubt, you've done everything that you can do. You studied, you practiced, you maneuvered, you've done everything. I'm talking about when you know that you really done everything that you possibly could do in every ounce of time, then don't worry, greater is coming. Greater is coming. But if you haven't done every single thing you thought you can do, you took every advice and worked with it and mastered everything and done everything, then you can't even complain. You do stuff for 5 minutes and you complain. Try going through a season. Try going through a season and wait on your harvest. One thing I learned in the word, he said, be like the ant. Here's some wisdom for you. The ant doesn't sleep nor slumber. Think about this. When have you ever seen an ant never moving? When have you ever seen an ant laying down sleep? When have you ever seen an ant not working? An ant works 24 hours a day. An ant is one of the wisest creatures in the world and one of the most craftiest and constructive creatures in the world. Think about it. An ant can build something 1,000 times its size. Have you ever went outside and you seen a sand dune this big out of nowhere on the concrete? Ants. It's almost like an ant building the Statue of Liberty in 24 hours. That's the same example. If you look at an ant and what they build is just like they built the Statue of Liberty in 24 hours. Ants always work together. They're always bringing food. They're always moving around. They're always working in pairs. When you see an ant by itself, it's always working together. It's a team effort. They can't build that by itself. They're one of the strongest creatures too because they can hold massive weight. And one thing about it, when an ant has problems, together they get rid of it. Whatever they're doing, next thing you see it, next time you don't. Be like the ant. Don't stop working on your dreams. Don't stop working on your passion. Don't stop working on what you envisioned. A lot of you guys tore up your vision because it didn't work for a couple of weeks. It didn't work for a year. But you know what you're called to be. Keep working at it. You look at Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey worked for a station. She got fired and they told her that your face, your shape, who you are is not even built for TV. You'll never make it in-house. You'll never make it on TV. Go do something else. Go be a lawyer. She was molested by her family member, beaten and abused, and she was fired and told that she would never be fit for television. This was a big place she worked for. This person had credibility. This person had credibility that said that. A lot of people would have quit and been discouraged and left. But look what she did. He wasn't where she was supposed to be going. She has the #1 network in America today, the highest paid talk show in America that made $1 million a day. Thank God that he fired her because she would have never had the Oprah Winfrey Show if she hadn't been fired. She would have never had the OWN network if she would have stayed under the shadow of him working as an employee. She became an entrepreneur and she looked past her pain. She looked past her circumstances. She looked past the abuse. She looked past anything. She didn't care about judgment. She didn't care about his opinion. She bet on her. She said, I'm going to recreate and do something. Yeah, I don't look like Stacey Dash, and yeah, I don't look like Tyra Banks, but yeah, I look like Oprah Winfrey, the face of entrepreneurship today. Billionaire. What if she would have never got fired and disrespected? She might be only making $100,000 a year. But because she was disrespected and fired and rejected one of the wealthiest women in the world today. Take that message today and you run with that today. Because I believe that each and every one of you, from Haywood to Tanea Murphy to Shania Coffey, to Tiffany Tyler, to Jamar Evans, to Erica, to my marketing director, Makisha Shaw, to Altavice Johnson, to John Sierra, to Bishop Moncrief, to Elder Coffey, all of you guys are one rejection away from an explosion. You're one rejection, you're one letdown, you're one setback, you're one hurtful feeling away from becoming the wealthiest person in your family. Thank you for that vision right there. You are one setback away. You ought to be encouraged. You ought to be looking for the storm. You ought to be running to the tornado, running, because I'm telling you, you're one away from the beginning of a journey you never thought even existed. Continue the vision. Continue the price that you have to pay, because it's not going to be easy. It's only going to come to those that can take it and make it. Thank God for the example of Oprah Winfrey that got fired and laughed at, told that she was overweight, told that she was not fit for television. Her face would look good. He knows what he's talking about. He's got 20 years of experience, but he has zero experience in her level, in her zone, in her realm. People have zero experience in your future, so they can't give you the quality of advice. They can't give you the quality of advice on where you're getting ready to become. They can't give you the quality of advice. So stop looking for people to tell you what you're going to become, because they don't even know. And you don't even know. All you got to do is keep waiting, and eventually you'll get there. You will get there. That's my message for today. That's my message for today. I hope you all were inspired. I hope you were inspired today. Any feedback, any takeaways from today? Who was blessed from that message today?
Yes.
My God.
My God, today. Help us in here, Pastor Bay.
Spirit, what'd you get from that message, Spirit?
Oh my God. I'm just, wow. I was just talking to a friend of mine and some people today about rejection. But, you know, it just confirms everything. Giving up is not an option. If you want it bad enough, you can get it. You can have whatever you want, whatever you have in mind. You can do anything, long as you just don't give up. Keep pressing, keep pushing. Let's go, everybody.
Awesome. Awesome. What you got, Eunice? What you got, Eunice?
Well, I'm just teary-eyed and so very inspired and helped. And I love the example that you use with the ants. And it's so true how the ants work together, how they build. And they build even when no one is looking. They build even when, you know, when people are sleeping, they're still building. And like you said, they never stop working. So I'm truly inspired and encouraged by what you said tonight with the 10 things. So very powerful. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Amen. Maisha, our newest agent that signed up yesterday, what you think?
That was a great word. I think one of the things that stood out to me is you have to close your ears to naysayers. You know, if you don't close your ears to naysayers, you'll find yourself stuck, because really you were only designed to have your pair of unique shoes. And if you listen to naysayers, you'll spend your life trying to walk in their shoes and never get there. And you said the one thing that really stood out to me is you have to bet on yourself, because betting on yourself could be the difference between staying where you are and building wealth for the generations behind you.
Awesome. Awesome. Clarence, what you got, man?
really just turning your pain and your pain into your passion and purpose, you know, overcoming the naysayers and keep pushing on, you know, never stop working, stay hungry, you know, but always keep your goals in front of you.
Awesome. Awesome. Tanea Murphy. I don't think you should mute. Awesome. Well, I'm excited about each and every one of you guys. Friday, my wife is opening back up Ladies' Night. Ladies' Night is going to be Fridays where the women can come together and be able to bond and get together. Daniel, no, you can't go. The women can get together and they can go ahead and talk and bond and get to know and talk about us, husbands and people. So it's a real good bonding circle. We did it during the pandemic in the summertime. It was powerful. So she's going to be doing that and things of that nature. This week we're going to start having some training on development. I'm taking a totally different turn with the team. I'm going to start working on developing you all into influencers, because if you learn how to influence and find your purpose, you'll learn how to unlock the law of attraction and being able to market better and be able to find a groove where people are following you. So we're going to be doing a lot of things with that. We're going to be doing some up close and personal strategies of how to interact with conversations, start conversations to be able to pique interest and be able to generate policies or generate people that want to be in business with you, how to be attractive. We're going to be working on a lot of that and give you confidence in Facebook strategies, being able to help you generate your followers and things like that. We're just going to start working on developing, because we develop, we critique, we develop and build your confidence, build your followers. Everything else becomes simple. Everything becomes simple. But you guys hang in there. Get your license if you don't have it. If you got your license, let's work on helping more families. We've got the rest of this month to go. So far, we've helped 80 families so far. We got quite a bit to go, but let's go out and let's win the victory. Let's change people's lives. Get your top 25 list again. Start over again, because people need the living benefit. People need the benefits that we have. And if we don't help them, it's a very slim chance that they're going to get the help they need. And people around us are going to perish. And so let's go out, let's save America, let's save our community, let's save our family, one family at a time. And with that being said, love you all, appreciate you. I recorded this, I will upload it on YouTube, and you guys can have it and be able to share it with people that missed. And then we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Drop your takeaways in the group me chat. Send me your text messages on what you guys got. I'm going to save this on YouTube. Send it out to all your prospects. Let them know our culture. And God bless you guys. Unmute the call and make some noise for the beginning of your future.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord. Glory to God.
Amen. This was awesome.